topic at hand we really want to discuss today, which is setting boundaries in marriages. And we have often understand that marriage is a legally recognized union between two people. Sometimes it could involve them sharing their lives, responsibilities, and resources together. And we also have to understand that in marriage, these are two strangers coming together from different culture, from different villages, sometimes different countries. So these are people with different understandings and different perspective of doing things. So in marriage, sometimes there are problems that arise if not properly handled. Sometimes it could lead to divorce, it could lead to separation, and sometimes it could lead to less care and love among the spouse. So, which is why we raise this topic. How can people set boundaries? Although we know that you being married, naturally, there are some social and religious or even cultures that makes us to understand that there are things you shouldn't do when you are married. So, but we as individuals who have different understanding, who have different training, and who has a different perspective of doing things. So sometimes you see, because of people and their individual differences, they start having problem and issue, which could lead to breakup. So, which is why we raise this topic, setting boundaries in marriage. So that is why we have Dr. Lovett here with us, who is going to help us to, with her experiences and other information she has to tell us about this we have at hand. So, Doctor, we want to ask you some things today because of the topic at hand. I hope you wouldn't mind to answer us in any angle. All right. So, now, we just want to know, are there really situations in marriages which you think that boundaries needs to be set in order for such situations to be curtailed?
Yes. Okay, boundaries in marriages, first of all, is a limit to what a person can tolerate in marriage. There are some boundaries you got to take in marriage, like one, your personal space. Your personal space. Because you are married doesn't mean you will not have your you time. Because you are married doesn't mean you cannot have your own personal time. There are sometimes in marriages, your husband, this personal time we're talking about is his relaxation time. Don't interrupt him. If it's by 7 o'clock he wants to watch news, allow him. If it's you that used to watch Z1 or something, if that is your time for relaxing, allow it, because that is your own personal space. Do you get me? And again, you create boundaries when it comes to your personal stuff, like your phone. Your phone is a personal property. Do you understand me? So there should be boundary on that. In as much that you people are married, there should be boundary on that. Because some people will say, because you are married, don't touch my phone. Sorry, I will touch your phone. Two of us are one. No, phone is a personal thing. If I want to give you my password, I can give you my password. But don't go and snoop inside my phone. A friend called me one time. She was crying. I saw my husband. Somebody said, I will give, he was telling the girl, you will give rent to twins for me. The other person, she said, the other person paid rent for the person. I said, how did you get the password to his phone? He said, I've been monitoring him. I've been monitoring the patterns. And when he went to date, I now do that. I now opened his phone. I asked her, did you see that thing you are looking for? She said, yes. Then what did you do? You are crying. You say it has disturbed your mental health. One thing is that when you go to that phone, you will see that thing you are looking for. And when you see it, you will cry, you will stay, you will not go. So secure your mental health. Don't go to that thing. Because 99 is not every phone, it's not every time you see something, but 99.9, you must see that thing that you want to see. So just leave it. If you know that this thing will trigger your mental health, because that thing used to drop. Maybe you'll be suspecting the man, you'll be suspecting, you just see him drop his phone. The thing will be drawing you to go and look at it. Avoid it. That is the boundary. Yes. Avoid it, don't go, so that for your mental health sake. Okay. Do you get me? And again, there are some family members that will just come to your place. You will not, with like careless and good behavior, They want to trigger your mental health, they want to cause anxiety in you. You should put a boundary there. You should put a boundary there. The boundary you are putting there to safeguard your mental health. This thing is very, very important. This holiday that just passed, this is it August holiday. A friend was telling me the husband people came, like 4 of them came for holiday in this still pay time. And the elders, they were like 22 years or so. So when they were leaving, they messed everything up. She was telling them, clean the toilet, clean everywhere. She left for you. But before she came back, everywhere was still messed up. She was so angry. Even her outside couldn't clean the toilet. She had to do the cleaning. After like 2 months, one of the girls said they want to come back. And she said no. Because the opportunity given to you, you have spent it. So there should also be a boundary when it comes to what family members or inversion. You get it? Yes. You know, to mention a few anyways.
Doc, sorry, talking about the story that you just told us now about a friend that the husband family came to visit.
Okay.
In situations like this, would you support the wife telling or asking the husband family not to visit again because they messed up the first time? Would you approve that?
Yes. Do you know why? These people are adults. They are 18, 22 years. I think 15 years. I said they are 4. I think 15 years and 6 years or so. But the 2 adults that are there that are 18 and 22 years, you can clean the toilet. And the wife, according to my friend, she told them that day they are leaving, make sure you clean everywhere. Because that's visitor's room and that's visitor's toilet. So make sure you clean everywhere. For her to come back from work, that place is messed up, it's not clean. If they want to come again, I'll support my husband not to allow them to come.
Okay, but what if the man, the husband as the man of the house, insists that, oh, this is my house. Do you get? My family must come to visit me. They are my family, you cannot stop them from visiting me. What solution would you give in situations like this so that there won't be conflict between the wife and the husband in situations?
Still falling back on this story, because according to her, she called her husband to come and see the toilet before she started cleaning it. I will discuss with him to let him know that these people, they came to disturb me. Like, you cannot expect me to come and be cleaning the toilet that these people used. You can't expect me to be cleaning it. Yes, I'm not saying your family shouldn't come, but when they come, they should respect the boundaries.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, ma. So, in what you're saying, are you not trying to tell us that setting boundaries is the ultimate to have a successful marriage?
Will I call it ultimate? Let me say it's a necessary goal.
Okay.
You know, it's a necessary goal in marriage. Because what I said that is that setting healthy boundaries will make you understand some situations and know how to handle it. Setting boundaries in marriages. The marriage can be stressful, it can be chaotic. One of the partner will feel they are doing too much. The responsibility is on them. The other partner will feel she's being controlled and restricted.
Okay.
You understand? So it's a necessary goal in marriage. For me, yes. It's very beautiful marriage.
Do you have something?
Yes, please. Now, please, I would like to ask, setting boundaries in marriages, is it as a result of lack of trust?
No.
Okay.
You know, people really see, sometimes people will see boundary as a negative thing. Boundary is not a negative thing.
Okay.
Boundary is just a limit that I can tolerate this. I wouldn't want to be treated like this. Do you understand me? So it's not as an issue of trust. No. Like one psychologist said, Metzika, he said, drawing healthy boundaries, draw some elements of, what is it called? Draw elements of relationships in marriage as it draws you closer. It will help you to smoothen your communication and understand your partner's emotional needs. You get it? So setting boundaries in marriage is not as a result of trust issue, it's not as a result of insecurity. No, it's just for balancing the relationship between you and your partner.
Doc, there is something that you said, and I think I've learned something from there. You mentioned that you can, as partners, you can share your password, but I'm giving you my password doesn't mean that you should go sneaking around. Do you get? So now I understand that the important thing there is that you've given me access to this thing. but that does not mean that I should mess things up because I've given you access to my phone. That means every day you keep suspecting me. Maybe if I drop my phone, you go and pick it up and start checking if girls have sent me messages or if guys have sent me messages. Okay, now I understand that aspect because I would feel that if you don't give me your password, maybe there is something wrong. You understand? But now I understand better.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
In such kind of situation, can it be termed as emotional immaturity for one to be intruding into maybe any kind of a privacy of his house?
You call it privacy. Why would you want to intrude into somebody's privacy? It's not intrusion.
Okay.
Sorry, why would you want to intrude into somebody's privacy? It's not good. You know, like the name states, is a private thing. If I want to give it to you, I'll give it to you. If I don't want to give it to you, respect it and leave it.
Okay.
That's just it.
So, for someone who, went further, either to unlock your phone based on the person has your password, maybe your spouse, will it be seen as the person's emotional immaturity, or how will you, down that to be?
They call it immaturity. They are not just being, let's say, confident.
Okay.
You understand? When do you want to go and be looking at your phone? Like I said, if you want to go and look at it, that's what you're looking for. You see it. You must see it. And most times, okay, there are situations, my friend was saying, she'll be chatting with this a church member. Maybe she has posted something on her status. The guy will just say, oh, why you? Oh, you are so full, you're a full package and all that. She will just fight come on, get out or something. But if it's a time, and maybe the guy is saying that kind of rubbish, and it's a time that the husband is with the phone, he's looking through the phone, the guy now saying, you are just so full like this, you are everyone. The husband will not understand it that this is just ordinary.
Yes.
Because that message just came in that time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? The husband will not understand, especially when they will not understand that this is just a friend like this, nothing is there. You understand? So that's one of the disadvantages of going into somebody's private space. Yes.
Yeah, she has a point because some friends don't know their limits and boundaries when it comes to communicating with people. You understand? There are certain compliments that you shouldn't actually dish out to maybe a married woman or maybe a lady that you know that she's into something with someone else. Or some people, you don't have any business with this person. No. Somebody just come to your inbox, love of my life, how are you today? I don't know you from anywhere. Yes, now people do it even on Facebook or Instagram. You receive a message from a
And
random
that is
person.
the time your
Maybe
spouse
that's
is
when
on
you're
your phone.
they'll be like,
And
oh,
it's
you
definitely
you have
problem.
somebody
You
who
have
is
to
cheating on
explain
me.
Yes.
You start explaining. So it happens. It happens.
So, Doctor, please, I would like to ask, because I've been hearing about this. I'm not married yet, but I do hear about it sometimes. Because I have some married friends. So I would like to know, is it important, or rather I say, is it necessary for couples or spouses to set boundaries when it comes to intimacy in marriage?
You know, that time I went for my marriage course, they told us anytime he wants to give it to him, anytime she wants to give it to him, there should be no boundary, in respect to that. But for me, I would say there should be boundary in intimacy. Do you know why? There are some people that they wouldn't want to be touched like this. Because normally some families will use toy to enhance their sex life. Some families. But there are some people that wouldn't want that. So it's a boundary. There are some people that wouldn't want Anna. It's a boundary. There are some people that wouldn't, okay, you have given birth 6, you are supposed to wait for 6 weeks or so. Or maybe 2 weeks, you see the man pacing around, want to, what is it? Okay, explode or, there are some people that will be sick. You are sick, yes. The man is hovering around you. Do you understand me?
Yes.
And one thing about this intimacy again, intimacy is not all about sexual connection. Bringing a glass of water to your partner is intimacy. Bringing a glass of food to your partner is intimacy. In fact, boundary creates intimacy. Boundary creates intimacy. You can say with your spouse that no matter how stressful you are, if we come back, both of us must date together. If you people put it as a boundary, you see that when you are dating together, it brings closeness, it brings bond. That boundary has created intimacy.
Yeah.
We can say no matter how stressful our day is, we must take 5 minutes to discuss about it. Discussion like that, you are talking, you are bringing this, you are bringing that, everybody is talking, you understand yourself. You see, that is why I said boundary can create intimacy. So there are some places you put boundary in intimacy for your health reason.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Doctor, but please, apart from this, things you've listed, maybe being sick, or maybe the woman just gave birth and all that. Apart from these reasons, assuming that the woman is okay and like she's sound mentally, health wise, is okay, there's no challenges, and then because I hear some women they will rather like to draw a sex timetable for their husbands most times. Sometimes it could come from the male, it could come from the female. So I would really like to know, as a doctor, do you feel it's nice? What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, normally, or I shouldn't use the word normally. There shouldn't be boundary. There shouldn't be boundary in intimacy except it's elsewise somehow. But creating timetable, we'll do this on Wednesday, on Friday, we'll come and do one. I don't understand.
Okay.
It can take place anywhere.
Okay.
Eh?
Okay.
It can take place anywhere.
Okay.
Are you watching
No,
or
say no,
what?
no, no.
You want to be watching what you're eating.
Doctor, sometimes these women they'll be like they are career women. They need time. So it's better to put these times that you understand what I'm
That
trying
is
to
why I
say.
said you have a personal, there should be need for boundary is personal space. Maybe sometimes, even when something happened at the office or something, you're not in the right frame. But that is why communication is good in marriages.
Yes.
The man can come, you say, well, today is not good for me, please. You allow me, please, let's see. Like one of my friends, my colleague at work, the man will say, honey, you promised me that you give me this thing today. I was okay, no problem, I will. As she was saying one day like that, she just fell asleep. When she woke up, the man said, we were supposed to do this thing now. She said, I was so tired. She was at work. The husband texted her, remember to go to the remember to. Even I was with her when the text came. I said, no problem. It's not like she did it purposely, but she was just tired and she slept off. So, scenarios like that can come.
Okay, so your advice to viewers out there is that there's no need for couples to put timetable for intimacy and all that. It's not advisable.
There's no need.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I want to ask you, in some situations whereby either the husband or the wife answers phone call at home, from opposite sex business counterparts, sometimes it can come frequently, and you see the other partner will get jealous and start complaining towards that. How can you, advise for such kind of situations to be handled?
Don't come with that area. Shebi you said business call. Maybe business call.
Yes.
And the wife knows that it's a business call.
Yes.
Or the husband knows that it's a business.
Yes.
Why coming in that area?
Yes.
When you know that coming in that area will cause you your mental health, don't come. That is the boundary. When you know that this time I am having a business call, a private business call, and when you hear the voice at the background, an opposite sex voice at the background, you will be angry. Then create a boundary not to come at that time. Don't come at that area at that time. So that you will not be triggered. Your anger will not be triggered. Your adrenaline level will not increase.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
Mhm.
That is as simple as that.
Okay.
Because when you know that if you hear the voice, you'll be angry, don't come.
Okay.
That is a boundary you are creating.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
As simple as that. I just
Okay.
say.
Okay, quick one. There are some, you mentioned about the colleagues at home. There are some staff or colleagues from work that can be something else. They know you are married, they know this is a married man, and they would prefer to call you at that inconvenient time, or that time they know that you are having this time, this family time with your people. That's when they want to call, and they want to be extra. And you as the wife, you see these things, you feel like this person is overstepping their boundary or their space as a colleague. You're not supposed to be doing it. How do you handle situations like this with your partner with colleagues and so that you don't also interfere with his relationship or her relationship with his colleagues from work.
Or friends your partner as well.
Yeah.
But why will you call me at all time? Well, it depends on the relationship I'm having with you. Like, you don't call me at all time when we are not close. But even if we are colleagues at work, and you know that I'm married, and you are calling me by that time, what is your aim?
It's actually not nice.
What is your aim? It's not nice. You as an adult knows that it's not nice. You shouldn't. Why would you do it in the first place?
But doctor, assuming it's a female call, a call from a female friend,
Okay.
it's okay, right?
No, really.
Like it depends on how you have.
It's just like somebody calling you on video call. I don't have any. You calling me on video call. You are not really close. Why are you calling me on video call? What to talk about the all time? I will not pick the call. And when I say you at work, please, I don't like this. My husband will not like it. My husband don't like it. Please don't do it again. Take notes, that's just it. Then if you persist or continue doing it, I will block you. I will not pick your calls because I've told you.
Yeah, you know, like Doc said, it's all about communication. Understand how you communicate with your partner. Most women they get really angry when some of these calls comes in. I also believe that it is the duty of the man in question to relate with that colleague that calls. Okay, don't call me at this time. You understand? This is my family time. Don't call me. Whatever thing we have, whether work or anything, let it end at work. If you must call me, if it must be something important, okay, this is when you should call me. So that peace will reign in my home, because I cannot imagine my I'm not married, but I cannot imagine my husband. You are a colleague, you are calling him by 12 midnight. What are you people working? What is that thing that cannot wait till morning? You know, work time is work time. Family time should be family time. That is just what I believe. So there won't be problems in there. You know, when we start nagging, they will say we nag a lot. But all these things can be avoided.
But all these things are what
you
you
can
can do. Is what communication can do.
Yes.
To a large extent. You know. And again, this calls in as much as all time, because emergency can happen. You know, what kind of emergency is that? But circumstances can come up at any time. The person might be calling me, please, do you have any police number? Maybe there's armed robber in my area or anything, but it shouldn't be a constant thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
That is when it becomes a problem.
Yes.
It shouldn't be a constant thing.
Yes.
So that's it.
Alright, Doc. I think we have asked you some of the questions we have today. I don't know if anybody has anything.
Yes, please, I
they want
do.
to say.
I do.
Okay.
Doctor, please, I would like to know, because we have been talking about these setting boundaries, you know. So I would like to know, please, these setting boundaries in marriage, does it actually assure a successful marriage?
Yes.
Like, is this 100% assurance that yes, when these boundaries are being set and are being met, that marriage will definitely be successful? Are there external factors that would still trigger problems in such marriages?
Is there anything like 100%? Setting boundaries in marriage will help to have a successful marriage, especially when you understand what is boundaries first. Understand it first. You know, this thing we are talking about marriage. Marriage is a fulfilling thing, anyways, but it requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of input. It requires a lot of time. Some people will ask, is marriage an achievement? Some people will say marriage is not an achievement. Some people will say marriage is an achievement. For me, I would say marriage is an achievement. But anything you call achievement, you are putting work into it. You are putting input. You are putting effort. You cannot just wake up one morning and get this. It takes process. Do you understand it? The same thing with marriage. Like you rightly said, marriage is coming together of two people from different cultures. Maybe where I'm coming from, when disagreement comes up, I need to break this and break that. Where you're coming from, when disagreement comes up, you need to work out. But when that disagreement now comes up and you're working out, not like, is this guy normal? Because where I'm coming from is not normal. Do you get me? So that is what it is. But when you put boundary that when this disagreement comes up, you don't react.
Okay.
You don't start insulting your partners. Because some people will insult and insult and insult. You don't start insulting, you don't break things. Where I was saying before, the couple there, if Wahala said, there was one time the woman took gel. This I passed my neighbor gel from upstairs.
Okay.
As in when disagreement comes like this, it's like war. The other day I saw her say, no, she has calmed down. She has calmed down. She's not and she has kids now, she has come up. With time, when you set these boundaries with time, you start restructuring yourself. I tell people, when you submit to your husband in marriage, it's not like he's right or wrong, it's just that you want that peace.
Yes.
Just that you want that peace. So even when disagreement comes up, just keep quiet, because the time you start replying, his anger will start increasing and the thing will start escalating. So it's either you leave that place, or when you want to stay that place, you keep quiet. Just to respect what you people have for your peace of mind. Because if you come and it will still pass. So that's it.
All right, we have had it all from. All right, we have had it all from Doc, and she has explained so much to some of these questions we have asked her today. It is good to set boundaries in marriages for your mental health. So you have to understand that, irrespective of the fact that marriage, involves two strangers from different places. So because of such reasons, I think there are some limits that should be set in order to assure a successful marriage. So which is just the discussion of today, and it has been explained very well. So thank you, and watch out for another episode of the Dynamic Discussion.